Hello everyone, how we doing today? Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it may be for you. Maybe 2 a.m.? I don't heckin' know! Hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Sunday. Happy end of the weekend. It's Monday tomorrow. How we doing, chat? It's been a while since the last stream, I think. And don't worry, guys, I'm recording. I set OBS so that it automatically records when I start streaming. So, let's heckin' go. Ghost has already got eyes on you guys. So if you spam, then the punishment of slow mode will begin. But for now, we should be good. So we're gonna start off. Well, first off, I do have a Farigiraf outbreak. So I can hunt for the jumbo Farigiraf. But we also have a few of these outbreak events. So I kind of want to go for those right now. Just get a few. Also, since Worlds is coming up so soon, dude, I am so nervous. I want to have a bunch of shinies to trade to people in person. In exchange for, like, Wooper cards or something. I have 0 Wooper Pokemon cards. Like, maybe I have a Paldean Wooper one, actually. But I don't think so. You gonna vlog it? I mean, I feel like, how could I not? Whether it's for content or not, obviously I'm gonna record it in some way. There are definitely gonna be videos about Worlds. I will say that. I just don't know how much stuff I'll be sharing online. And how much stuff will just be, I record it to remember it. Look back on it and be like, man, this is pretty great, pretty neat. Because I've wanted to go to Worlds since I was like 10 years old. It's been a while. I did not think that my first time going to Worlds would be as a content creator, as a Pokemon partner, which, by the way, while we're catching the shiny over here, and actually let me run away and save just in case. I know that was like no reaction at all. So by the way, thank you to the Pokemon Company International for covering my flight and stay. I do need to disclose that I am a Pokemon partner. So they are covering my travel. Which is insane. Yeah, the event outbreaks are crazy. So usually they'll have either it'll be an increased chance of a mark or an increased chance of a shiny. And this one is both. I forget which mark though. Why did I use a quick ball again? Obviously it's not gonna work. My brain is so smooth today. It is truly smooth brain Sunday. My bankrupt arc. Honestly, dude, I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center there. I'm so hyped about that. It's gonna be a blast. You know, I think I'll pull up the Autotune once we get a shiny Farigiraf on stream. So I will be doing some Farigiraf hunting. Why is this dude so finicky? No matching ball? I don't do that here. I quick ball it. Though it kind of matches this one. Autotune is everything. It's a blast. Fish? Okay, thank you, Mr. Hot. What incarnation? We caught it. We caught the creature. Well, so first off, I have actually already gotten a few shinies. I've gotten a few shinies from the event already, but I don't have all of them with the mark. This one doesn't have a mark. I believe I have a Riolu with the whichever mark is the right one. I know that I got 2 marked ones in a row. Joyful is not. I believe it's the pumped up mark. Riolu the driven. Also, if you guys do this event, just remember that Riolu has Final Gambit. It will just straight up die. Thankfully, like, I almost always remember to save before encountering, because I do not want to fail another shiny like that. Why did I run into you? What am I doing? My first Scarlet and Violet shiny was actually, so I hate that it was like this because I basically got to choose what my first one was gonna be because I did the Masuda method. I got a good old Periwoople, shiny Paldean Wooper. I feel like I have run into 2 of these in a row in the exact same spot. Like, exact same spot. Listen, if I'm a little bit stupid today, it's because I've had, like, I'm so introverted. And I've had, oh my gosh. I am so introverted. And I had a 7.5 hour long hair appointment the other day. And then the next day I had a nail appointment. And that's like a lot, especially when like I'm new to both of these salons. Though the hair went so like, okay, I should clarify. The hair and nails went very well. I'm just gonna talk about the hair right now because purple hair! Purple hair. I'm so hyped. It took forever and we got to like the final product and it was looking really blue and I felt so bad. I was just like it's so difficult for me to not just be like, yeah, it's great, and go out with hair that is not the color that I wanted. But I ended up being like, yeah, it's just a little blue. And so we were able to fix that. They were so sweet about it. Absolutely the best. I would totally shout out the salon, but like, I would love to shout out local businesses if I wasn't an influencer, you know? But then it's like, that makes it kind of like, who are you shouting it out to otherwise? But you know what I'm trying to say. My hairstylist was amazing. Definitely gonna go back to them again once it needs touch-ups because color is a lot to work with. I've never had to, like, I've had my hair colored before, just not like all of it. Not to the extent that it is right now. I've got basically just like my profile picture. I've got the purple hair with blonde underneath and then in like the very front. Which is gonna be so fun to mess around with. Like if you curl it, it's just gonna look like if you get like an ice cream swirl of like 2 different flavors. You know what I mean? It's gonna look so cool. Problem is, I don't know how to style hair. This has haunted me for ages. I'm just so bad at it. Like, I used to do dance in high school and it was such a struggle having to do all these different hairstyles, and like they would be like, oh, we're gonna do French braids for this routine, and then 5 minutes later we're gonna have it straightened, and then like the next one's in like a high ponytail, and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's a lot. I do kind of miss that stuff though. Fun fact, I would argue that the reason, like, the origin of my YouTube channel basically relied on me breaking my ankle in a dance class and not being able to go back to dance. Which is like, that's such a like sad way to put it, I want to get back to it eventually, but it just, the timing was horrendous. Because I broke it in like 2019. And then by the time that it was healed, which took unusually long, March 2020. I think we all know what happened then. So it just kind of put things to a stop. And I was like, well, I can play Pokemon more. And then it turned into this. It's really cool being able to just shiny hunt all the time. But yeah, so I'm sure that once I have a bit more free time, I'll get back into dance. I'd like to. My ankle is still pretty gnarly, but it's just something that I have to work on when I have more free time. Anyways, so I'm obsessed with the hair right now. Like to the point where, guys, if a single one of you asks for a face reveal, guys, I literally like did one yesterday. Only on Twitter though. I didn't post it on here because I'm like very camera shy, and I felt like people would kind of go nuts on YouTube. Somehow I felt like Twitter of all places would be a better place to do that. And here's the thing, I think the funniest thing is that I have done face reveals like as Shiny Catherine as early as heckin' June 2019. The channel started in 2019. But I just kept getting asked for 5 years. So like don't go hyping it up. Like don't hype up a face reveal. Didn't you face reveal on TikTok? That too. I have face revealed on all of my social media platforms. Flipnote face reveal. I totally did one. I'll be real with you. I totally did one as a kid. I'm also gonna be real with you. My flip notes are wiped off the face of the earth. They are lost media. To an extent. I did screen record some of them. It's just for safety reasons. I was 11 when I was posting on Flipnote Hatena, and I didn't understand internet safety. My accounts are not in any archives or anything. So it do be like that. But I'm sure at some point, maybe like, okay, I'm gonna set the bar incredibly high for this because it's so cringe. But maybe I'll show off some of the flip notes at like, I don't know, 700K. I don't want it to happen soon, okay? It's really cringe and I need to mentally prepare myself. I was like an angsty 11-year-old. When is the face reveal? I just got here. Bet? But yeah, the reason why I did that, here's the thing. First off, the reason why I just was hesitant to do a face reveal, I really like my privacy, and the internet is a very toxic place. And then also, the reason why I decided to do one is because Worlds is coming up. I'm going to be there, like in person. So my face is gonna be there. It's inevitable. And also I want the friends of mine who never went looking for a face reveal from me, I want them to at least have a name to match, or a face to match the name for like meetups and whatnot. All that fun stuff. What do you mean day 50 until she says hi to me? Hi? What? Why? I'll be real with you. There are a lot of things with being... I mean, I guess I am a YouTuber. That's weird to say. One of the weird things about being a YouTuber is you get to this point where you're on the other side of the... Like, you might be the kind of person who sees someone on YouTube and is like, that person's amazing, incredible, blah, blah, blah. But then you become a YouTuber and it's the realization we're all just human beings, you know? It's so funny to me when, like, I'll reply to a comment and people will be like, no way! I think that's really sweet. I'm very flattered by that. But, like, it's okay, guys. I'm just shiny hunting. I'm just gaming. I'm being a gamer. I'm vibing and thriving, looking for different colored pixels. You know how it is. No, okay. I think... Here's the thing. YouTube is such a huge place. There can be people with like tens of millions of subscribers that I have never heard of in my life. I would not consider myself a celebrity. It's one of those things I'm very torn on how to talk about my following, because I want to say it's huge, but I don't want to flex. And then I also want to say, well, like, there are people with millions upon millions of subscribers. So in comparison, I'm relatively small on YouTube. But then that makes it seem like I'm not grateful for the following that I have. So my way of seeing it is just, there are a lot of people and that's crazy. And I think that's really cool. I don't want to flex. I'm just like really grateful for it. It makes it really difficult. I had like a few people who commented and who were angry when I would be like, guys, we hit 310,000 followers or subscribers. And they'd be frustrated at all the me posting the milestones all the time. And so it makes it difficult because I don't want to piss people off, you know? But you can never make everyone happy. That's just how it is. Just know, I am very grateful to be able to be a shiny hunter as my career. That's crazy. I never could have imagined that. I never could have imagined anything that's happening right now. I didn't even know that Canadians could be Pokemon partners. Yeah, Ghost has been here since like my streams were getting like maybe 15 viewers on average, which is still a lot for starting out. Just FYI. If you're getting like single digits, that is okay. If you're getting 0, that's okay. I've been there too. I didn't start from absolutely nothing. Sure, I would say my YouTube channel did not start from ground zero because I had my Instagram, but that wasn't... I think that I ended up with like 50 subscribers on YouTube from Instagram starting out. It's just, most people start from ground zero. Is that? No, I got Shinoed. The white flowers throw me off. Sometimes it feels like they're blue. The people want Autotune. Do you guys all want Autotune, or is it just like the loud minority? Cause I can't, I don't know. Let's hope that it's still, I said that it's working. But you never know when it's gonna switch into chipmunk mode. Save it for a special occasion. Okay, guys, next shiny to show up. I know that I actually said, next Farigiraf. You know what? Screw it. Let's go find a shiny Farigiraf. Let's heckin' go. We're not gonna do Autotune the whole time though. That'll be a bit much, you know? I'm not gonna hurt all of your ears all the time. Unless you're that one person. So I got a notification on my phone the other day just saying, it was like, so-and-so commented, Chadrin, and I was like, why are you calling me a Chad? And so I went to check for the context, and I totally forgot about this. One of my YouTube shorts, someone commented like 6 months ago being like, anyone else find her voice really annoying? And so I replied, same. FYI, you should not reply to hate comments. That'll just fuel the flame. I was just like a little bit stupid. I'm a little bit better with that now. But I replied same, and everyone in the replies was just going nuts and being like, based. But yeah, don't, if you ever decide to like do social media stuff, don't reply to hate comments, just ignore it. So when's PM7's big hunt for the shiny Sinnoh Pokemon happening? I will totally be participating if possible. I think I'm able to. I don't think I have anything happening aside from maybe me editing videos. But yeah. Spicy and sour? Yes, I think so. I've kind of forgotten. It's been a hot minute. I'm running out of spicy herba mystica. Thank you. I'm glad you like the purple hair. I'm very happy with it. There were so many people who... I was worried that people would be like, you don't look like your profile picture. And like, I could agree with that to an extent because it's stylized. And I will say, I don't have that sort of jawline. I have a very soft jawline. I will say that. But you know, so I was worried about how people would reply to it. And people went nuts. I was not expecting that. It was like... Dude, that was a heckin' ego boost. Oh no, the backpack. Guys, the bag. It's gone X-ray mode. I can tell. Yep, look at that. Sometimes it's not there, and sometimes you can see all the, like, grass through it. Isn't that lovely? Oh, that's alright. Don't worry. It's on my Twitter, Shiny Catherine, but instead of 1 Y, it's 2 Ys. Because someone has the handle Shiny Catherine. Their account seems to be inactive. And seems to have been for over a decade. This is one of those times where... Listen. I don't like Elon. I really don't. Just not a cool guy. But one time he was like, we're gonna start deleting inactive accounts. And I was like, he's doing something good. That's crazy. And that has not happened. So there's still, someone still has the handle Shiny Catherine. And I cannot get it. I also found out while looking that up to see if that account was still there, I found out that someone made an account impersonating me. But it's got like nothing on it. It has nothing on it. It was made in May of 2024. And it has my profile picture from that time and the name from that time as well, like with the same all caps and then the 2 heart emojis, the blue and purple. Very weird. And it's clearly like it's got to be inactive now because they haven't updated it to be my current profile picture. But yeah. Also, okay, I know it's not a problem for my streams. But since I noticed it, I do want to point out just a little bit of advice for stream viewer etiquette. It is a good idea not to talk about the number of viewers on the stream, because for smaller creators, that can be really... It can have an impact on their energy throughout the stream if they hear that, like, it's going down or anything. That doesn't apply to me, especially not now. But, you know, I know that I've totally been there before, where I had someone who was like, wow, look at you. You went from 18 viewers to 9. L. And it's like, that's not nice. And I've had people who have just said the number of viewers, like, without any additional, like, no clue if they're being nice or being mean about it. I've seen both sides of it. It's kind of just not... It's demotivating for some creators. I know it was for me when I was starting out. So just, my suggestion is not to do that in... Well, I guess in chat, anyways. We don't need to hate on people for doing that. I just wanted to use that as an example. Because I think it's a good learning opportunity. What will be your first card in the Wooper collection? I don't know. It really depends on what people bring to Worlds and if I'm able to trade something with them, give them a fair trade. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was really into the TCG when I was little, but one time, I was supposed to clean my room and I didn't, so my parents threw out my Pokemon card binder. Heartbreaking. But yeah, so that kind of stopped me from collecting because it's like, I didn't want to lose that stuff again. My parents are very nice. They just didn't understand what they were doing at the time, and they've apologized. They're very good people. In fact, they were like, they were talking about, like, maybe next time that Worlds is in Canada, maybe they'll come along. And I think that's so sweet of them. They're very supportive. Like, they were cautiously optimistic when I was like, I want to do YouTube full time. Oh, where's the Swabion? Where is it? Heck, hold on. I'll have to do it with the next sandwich. I'll have to get the Swablu. Heck. You guys always do this. Did I miss a shiny? Who knows? You guys can say yes, you can say no, and either one could be wrong, and we just gotta live with it. It's one of those things where I've just come to accept. Like, if someone says that I failed one, I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, I did. And then that's just how it is. It happens. I mean, it is shiny hunting on Scarlet and Violet. I've said this before. I think it's the easiest when it comes to how quickly the encounters happen and how high the odds can be. Combine the two. But I think it's the game that requires the most attention. Let me just off to the coastal biome and then back. Enter the savanna biome and the frame rate just goes, you know? Devastating. Because I really like the savanna biome. It's just like, sometimes I have to be careful with these Farigiraf outbreaks. I just have to like cross my fingers and hope that they're not right by some of the like little ponds. Because if they are, then the frame rate is going to be lower. It's a shame. That's not... These always shine on me because I know that Zebstrika is like purplish. It gets a little more purple. Blitzel gets a little more blue. I know that for a fact because I have one. But I don't have a Substrika. And I do need it in my living dex. Well, yeah, because I don't have one. Okay. A little small brain moment for a second there. Okay, it's been that long. Let's just close and reopen this. Oh, and you can see all the games that I've been playing recently. I think Shining Pearl is the physical game, so it's there because of that. Listen, you can say that, you can tell people to sub, but like, don't spam it. You don't do that. If I didn't see it, it wasn't shiny. I love that rule. It's gotten to the point where sometimes I think that I saw like a shiny spawn and despawn in the corner of my eye. And I used to like screen record those to double check. I mean, as recently as like a week ago, so maybe I haven't changed. But I'm trying to get into the habit of just not screen recording it, because why should I need to know? When did I last... Are you serious? This is where I last saved? Alright, I guess we're catching this again. Dude! Oh. Well, that's good to know, at least. Man. I forgot. At least I saved before it. And first try, quick ball in it. Hey. Being nice to me. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know if that counts for auto-tune time, but it's been a bit. We're like a half hour into the stream. I think that... I don't know. Ghost is saying no. Don't go blaming Toast for this, but I'm gonna give it another minute or two. But let's get... Like, I'll get a Swabion. I don't know how to pronounce it. I guess that is how you pronounce it, because it's Swablu and Vivian. Is it in here? I think it's gotta be. I don't think I put it in. Let me just... Because I'm a little bit blind. And yeah, I do play a bit of Splatoon 3. Usually I feel like I only really do it when it's a Splatfest. I'm always really busy. But I like to make the time for the Splatfest. Wait, I shouldn't replace my Latias. Hold on. Let's move you. Where are you going? Did I totally miss the box that I wanted to put it in? Put you in there, and then we'll put the Raichu in there, and then there we go. So now it gets to eat the sandwich. Let's go. Why is it in a Master Ball? I don't know. It's a Vivian. What do you use to record and stream from your Switch? So my setup is pretty wild, so I'll go with what I started off with. So I used an Elgato HD60S capture card. It's an external thing. Basically, you get the Switch dock, you connect the dock to the capture card, and then the capture card to your PC. And then the software that I use to record is OBS Studio. There is Streamlabs OBS, which some people say is a lot easier to figure out, but I generally advise against it because it's just full of unnecessary features that slow it down. So I actually started with OBS Studio and then used Streamlabs OBS and then went back to OBS Studio. And yeah, I think overall, I have my preference. Can you try to find a shiny Wooper? I don't think so today. Not today, but another time. Would you ever hunt a Gimmighoul? So, those ones are really tough, and I totally get you with that. I might keep my Switch offline so that I can have these raids for a long time until I can find a shiny one, because they've brought back the shiny Gimmighoul raids. They're not, well, I guess they're not shiny Gimmighoul raids. They're Gimmighoul raids that have the chance of being shiny. But it's just... the odds are like the regular odds for raids, which is a little higher than 4096, I believe. Like, barely, but yeah. Sorry guys, I will not be doing trades today. We are just shiny hunting, baby. That's what we heckin' do. We'll do another trade streams. I'm gonna be honest with you. Trade streams are really overwhelming. They're really fun, but they're exhausting, and I can't do that today. I've got so much overwhelming stuff happening in the next few days that I just need to chill a little bit. Yeah, that's what it is. 4109 for raids. Oh, I've already hunted for shiny Fennekin. It was one of my first full odds hunts that I ever did. Actually, it might have been. Yeah. Fennekin might have been my first 4096 shiny. I soft reset for it in Pokemon X. And then I also have another one from the Indigo Disc. I made that one video where I was shiny hunting for all the starters and their evolutions. It was a lot. I don't know if that video popped off. I feel like I've gotten in a good habit of... I upload a video and then just on to the next one. I don't want to dwell on whether a video does better than usual or worse than usual, because that could impact my energy for like the next week. So it's best to just leave it be. I did the same thing, like I started doing that with the shaman video because I was like, the shaman video was a little outside of what I usually do, because it was only one target. And so I was like, I'm not even gonna look at where it ranks out of 10, because it's probably gonna be at 10, and that's bad. It was at 1. Which was that was so nice, because it was just a video about one of my favorite Pokemon, my favorite childhood Pokemon. Oh, thank you, Razor. I really appreciate that. Dude, I can't. I have no words. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm so bad with words. I'm so bad with compliments. But it's so sweet. I think the really cool thing about this is when people like yourself talk about how I inspired them to start shiny hunting. Because I was inspired as well by other creators. I honestly, I'll be real with you, I don't recall who, because it was a lot of really small creators back in like 2013. And I took like a major break from watching shiny hunting videos around like 2016. I wasn't watching any shiny hunting videos like for a long time. Even when I started making my own shiny hunting videos, I wasn't watching other people's shiny hunting videos. And I still kind of do that to an extent. I like to watch my friends' videos because I like to support them and they make really good videos. But I also like to avoid watching Pokemon videos so that I don't take ideas from other people, like unintentionally, like subconsciously, you know? Should I also go for Tiny and Jumbo Farigiraf? I said it the other way. Why did I say Farigiraf? Oh, that feels so wrong. But it also feels right. Because it's a giraffe. Ah, man. I'd say if you have the free time and nothing better to do, I'd say yes. Dude, the more I think about it, the more, like, I don't know why my brain went to Tandem-Mouse. I don't want to go back to Tandem-Mouse, man. I gotta get the family of 3 mousehold, though. It has to happen at some point. We will get back to it at some point, but I have a feeling at this rate, it'll be the hiatus for this hunt will be, like, over a year. I would not be surprised. And you should not be either if that's the case, because I'm pretty sure I started that hunt in October. It's August now. So, family of 3 mousehold. I don't know, man. There are a lot of really fun hunts that I'm very hyped about. Also, hold on. A while back, we were talking about the, Sinnoh event. The PM7's 24-hour shiny hunting. Not competitions, I suppose. Challenge. That's the word. So, did they already announce the date? They might have. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been so... like... Despite being online, I've been so offline. I've been kind of occupied. But I'm totally gonna participate if I can. It's gonna be after Worlds, so that's pretty sweet. So I'm not gonna miss it. And also, they are going to include Manaphy in this, so good luck to the people hunting for it! If they need help with it, then I might join in with mine. I have a few Manaphy eggs. Okay, buddy. They do not spam in chat. That's a mean thing to do. It's also very cringe. Like, that's a big major L. That's the biggest L I've ever seen in my life. Not to the person, but to their actions. I don't know you as a person, but I do know that the first impression was not good, buddy pal. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, one sec. I gotta put it on slow mode. Wow, we love to see people ruin it for everyone else. C'est la vie. Oh, but it shouldn't be on 60 seconds. Okay, hold on. I need to fix that. For some reason, YouTube likes to default it to 60 seconds, and I just think that's much. Dude, I think the funniest thing about the PM7 Shiny Hunting Challenge videos is just... For the second one, okay, I'm not gonna say I had a terrible time. The good times were amazing. It's just I was having mic problems. It was so bad. Like to the point where I went to Best Buy during the 24 hours to get a new mic, and that didn't fix the problem because it was actually the PC. And what I didn't tell you guys, and what I don't think that John knows this. I never explained why some of those encounters don't have the reactions, because some of them did. Almost all of them did, actually. So okay, full disclosure. For the first one, it was like 3 hours in and I hadn't found a shiny. And then I noticed that my mic was having the problem after I thought that I had fixed it. I was devastated, and I didn't want them to have that recording. And I just so happened to find a shiny shortly after. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna trim the clip. But I figured instead of going into Premiere and going through my editing software and having to edit it like that, I could just use like the default trimming thing on the video to shorten it down. But it turns out that that thing, if you have a recording that has multiple audio tracks, it'll just pick one. And the track that it picked out of all the tracks, because track 1 is just all of my audio, like the microphone, the music, the game. So if it was that, then that's fine. If it was track 2, which is the microphone, then that's perfect. It chose track 4. Track 4 is the game audio. So none of them had the reaction. Because I was like, after chopping that one down, I was like, oh, this makes things a lot easier. Let's do it for all of them without checking after the fact with the first one to make sure that the audio was okay. So when it comes to actually hanging out with everyone and shiny hunting, I had a great time. Otherwise, I had a terrible time. It was rough, and it was no one's fault but my PC and myself. It was heartbreaking. It really was. Let's see. Okay, 10 minutes in, let's make a new sandwich. So yeah, that was devastating. Will you be at the trainer town at Worlds? I'm going to try to be there, yeah. I want to do as many things as possible. Just keep in mind, dude, I am so introverted. This is my first, event that, like, the general public is able to go to, where I'm going, like, as Shiny Catherine. And it's Worlds, so that's huge. So I'm very nervous. So just keep that in mind for those of you who are attending, that I am quite a shy person. You are more than welcome to, like, say hi, whatever. Just don't be a jerk or anything. Worlds starts on the 16th. It goes from the 16th to the 18th, but they do have activities a little bit before as well. I think as early as the 14th. So soon, man. Absolutely crazy. What? Why did I do that? Okay, I pressed the wrong button. Let's go. And let's hope that we can find a shiny soon. Because, heck yeah. Do you have any tips for the mousehold hunt? Not any good ones, because there's a reason why I haven't hunted for it in months. It's been so long, and I don't know if I want to go back to it, but I'm going to go back to it at some point. And my advice kind of sucks because it's very limited. What I did when I was hunting at my desk was I added a filter in OBS to raise the saturation on my screen so that the difference in the color of the pants would be more obvious. That's what I did. And it was like, you had to raise the saturation like crazy. And that hurts the eyes. So it was difficult. It's like, it took forever to get. I think I ended up with like 30 or 40 something tandem mouse. And now it's raining in the savannah biome. I don't like this for me. It is what it is, I suppose. Also, I totally wasted a spicy herba mystica the other day. The Minior short that I made, I was going to try to get another shiny Minior to get more footage for that. And so I was doing the rule of 16, where if there are 15 Pokemon visible, like if 15 Pokemon have spawned and that's it, no shiny. If 16 are there, then one of those 16 is shiny. There are some, like, you gotta put an asterisk on that because there are some conditions in which it would be 16, but there would be no shiny. For instance, if there's a static encounter there. Let's say, for example, it's not the best example. Do you guys know the, like, Lion King reference that they've got in the DLC? They've got the Pyroar on what looks like Pride Rock. So that's a static Pokemon. So that would not count towards that number. But anyways, I was hunting like that and I thought I saw 16. Turns out, and I like screenshotted to double check it without wasting time on the sandwich. One of the screenshots had the same Minior twice. It had moved a little bit, so it showed up in both screenshots. So I added it up wrong and I saved. And I didn't find a shiny through that. So that sucks. It is what it is. Will you make another hide and seek vid? I've been talking about it behind the scenes with the buddy pals. Because we definitely want to do it at least for fun, like not even for a video. But for videos, I'm totally down if they're down. Just not right away, because I'll be real with you, it was a lot of work to make those videos, and it, like, doing it a lot made it, like, I feel like I've got hide and seek burnout. You gotta have a bit of variety. So I do get wanting the hide and seek back, because that does add to the variety. It's just I was doing too many, like, around the same time. I did have some people who were complaining that all I do now is hide and seek. And I was like, well, no. Because that was just objectively incorrect. They just didn't look at, like, the previous... Like, there were an equal amount of non-synchro hide and seek videos as synchro hide and seek videos. Around that time. It do be like that. You know, one of the weirdest... This is gonna sound weird when I start off, but I think, like, I am really hyped for the end of Worlds. The closing ceremony, because... And, like, okay, that's a weird way to start it off with, because I'm so hyped for Worlds. But one thing that I've always done, even during the years where I was just, like... I had kind of taken a break from Pokemon. I was very focused on dance. I was obsessed. Even then, I made sure to at least watch the final battle and the closing ceremonies. And especially the announcement of where Worlds would be next. That was, like, my favorite thing to watch, to see if it's gonna be in Canada. And I think it's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be really cool being there in person for that. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff that I get to do. It's gonna be great. Just got the rule brief. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that I added a little rule thing. So when you message for the first time, once those rules are added, it'll say, hey, here's the stuff. Don't be a jerk, basically. Simple as that. One sec, guys. Okay, we're back. We gaming for real. I've got so much prep to do for Worlds, man. So much stuff that still needs to be done. And I'm nervous. I know that Quick Panic and Matt have a lot of fun stuff planned with... I forget the name of the one that Matt does. There's like this one medal that we're trying to get. The Fun Fest, I believe? In Black and White 2? Where you need like 30 people, I think? We're gonna try to do that, so that's gonna be awesome. And then Quick Panic is going to be doing this 8192 challenge where we see if we can get to 8,192 encounters in like an hour. So that's gonna be really cool. What do you think will happen at Worlds? I mean, it's hard to say aside from the activities that they have planned. I don't even know, like, I don't know. I don't have particular people who, like, there's so many people in the competitive field that I can root for. I'm not picking favorites here, baby. I just want to see the people fight. I want to see the battle. It's gonna be really cool. There's just like a lot of fun stuff happening there. I know that they're going to be showing some of the anime, and I believe the first 3 Pokemon movies, which funnily enough, I know this sounds insane, but the oldest Pokemon movie I have watched is the 4th one. I have not watched the first movie, and that feels like a crime. As someone who is obsessed with Pokemon, somehow, I have never watched that movie. I have never watched the first 3. And I have heard really good things, especially about the 3rd movie. The 4th one is the Celebi movie. Man, I am struggling over here. It's probably been like 5 minutes. Let me make another sandwich. Also, guys, I'm not sure how long this stream will go on because I realize I actually still need to do a lot of prep. There's so much stuff that I still need to get before going to Worlds. A lot of essentials, honestly. So, it's 12:56 right now. I'll either end stream at like 1:30 or 2. It really depends. There's so much stuff happening. I just really wanted to do one last stream before this. I wasn't even going to be streaming, to be honest. And I had completely forgotten about how I was considering streaming today. I wanted to hold myself to it. Even though, dude, I am running out of time. I think my favorite, the most memorable Pokemon movie for me is the Latios and Latios one. Because we used to play it a lot on road trips. And my poor parents had to listen to... I'm not gonna imitate it because it's so stupid. The Latios and Latios cries just over and over again, just this screaming all the time. And they just have to listen to that while we're going on like a road trip for 7 hours. That's what I've heard. I've heard that the Entei movie is incredible. So I'm hoping that I can see that at Worlds. That would be an absolute blast. But yeah, this is gonna be really cool. It's, again, I said it before, but it's really weird that I'm very much an introvert. I like to be on the sidelines of things when it comes to in-person stuff. And I'm going as a creator this event. And also, that's not how I expected it to happen in the first place. I was expecting to go to Worlds as like a spectator. And like, you know, just enjoying Worlds for Worlds, you know? And I'm still going to have an absolute blast. It's just in a totally different way that I was not expecting. I am running into absolutely everything. I hate this for me. Best starter Pokemon in your opinion? I'm so torn, actually. I really like no, I'm not gonna... Okay, what was I... I think I was about to go French mode there. Sprigatito. I really like Sprigatito. I love its design so much. So design-wise, it's probably my favorite. But I love Turtwig so much. A lot of grass types here. Fennekin is pretty nice too. Litten is pretty cool as well. Poplio? Poplio. Dude, I just love Pokemon. And thank you. Yeah, I was not... It feels really weird that we're at 400k. I've still got it in my brain that... Oh my gosh, I need to... What? What? I thought I ran into the Sandile. What do you mean? Okay, anyways. Actually, you know what? I'm ending that recording there because that was kind of great. Basically my way of clipping it. What in the world? Huh? Pardon? Excuse me? What's a good method to shiny hunt a lowland Vulpix? The first way that I ever did it was Masuda method in Moon. But, though it's a version exclusive for Sun, so I got it through trade. But nowadays, best bet, if you have the Indigo Disc, and if you have Scarlet, just, like, use outbreaks. I don't think that there's a specific, like... I don't think you can isolate encounters for this one because there are so many ice types, and it's just a pure ice type, so you can't use fairy type for that. But it's not bad from what I can recall. I'm pretty sure that that's how Blue got his for one time, I think. Ice encounter, maybe. I don't know. Don't quote me on this. Blue would know this. I don't know if Blue is still in chat. And if so, hi. And sorry for not saying hi like 20 minutes ago. But yeah. I remember it was so funny because the Indigo Disc had just come out. I was obsessed with Synchro mode. And I was like, dude, we gotta get into a union circle, like, right now. And he was just like, I need to get Vulpix first. And I was over here just like in agony, just like, please, union circle. It's just, it took him forever to get that Vulpix. It took so heckin' long. To the point where I was like, you know what? I'm also gonna hunt for one right now. And then I got it in like 5 minutes. We were doing it on different odds though. I'm pretty sure he was doing it full odds. Maybe shiny charm odds. Definitely not Herba Mystica odds. Sparkling power odds, you know what I mean. Dude, we are heckin'... We are droughting here. That's almost 5 minutes in. I'm gonna make another sandwich. Also, Game Boy Advance Switch Online. Dude. How are we feeling about them just out of nowhere launching Red Rescue Team on Switch Online? That was so out of nowhere. I got the notification on my phone from Twitter. Without the rest of the context, it was just like that one line of like, what would you do if you were a Pokemon or something? Or, what's the newest Pokemon? It's you, or it's one of those two. Something along the lines of that. I don't know it verbatim. But, yeah. Why don't you swear? I just don't feel like it, man. It's just not something that I really do. That's the thing. I'm hoping that this is a good sign. I hope that lots of people are playing Red Rescue Team on Switch Online so that that tells them we need more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. That's the thing that I want. But can we please just get Gen 3 on Switch Online? Like, it's about time, man. Gen 3 is the oldest generation of Pokemon games that doesn't have a modern game port. Like, yes, we have remakes, of course. You're live? Am I? Man, that's crazy. I didn't even know this. But yeah, it's just like Gen 2 is the most recent, is the oldest one to get a port to a newer device. Listen, Gen 1 and 2 were on the 3DS. They've gotten ports. I know that it's not to the Switch, but let's give Gen 3 a turn first. Because those games have never gotten a port to any newer device. That's basically what I was trying to say. I guess the 3DS isn't modern anymore. Oh, that hurts. Well, okay. But that's not a port. So I can understand wanting Gen 1 and 2 on the Switch. I totally get it. I just want to prioritize Gen 3 because it feels like it's next in line. We're not talking about remakes, dude. Why my Joy-Con isn't working? I'm stuck in a wall. Help. Okay. I hit the wall so hard that I got stuck in it. That's actually insane. What in the world? Top 3 favorite shinies if I had to rank. That is really difficult. I know that number 1 is Giratina. I really like Cresselia though. Giratina, Cresselia. Hisui and Zorua. Those are the 3. In no particular order between the 2nd and 3rd. The first is Giratina. Toothpaste Dog is an absolute banger though. Yeah, Shrimp Dog just heckin' died. Like, just ran into a wall so fast that it was like, the game was just like, yeah, no, you're in the wall now. You're suffocating. Send help. That is a Sandile. Shiny Gigalith. Why did I say it like that? Okay. Shiny Gigalith is really cool. I've never gotten one though. I haven't gotten any of that line, I think. Yeah. Favorite generation of Pokemon? Gen 4. I really like Gen 4. I will say, Gen 5 is definitely one of the best. I just didn't really get into it as much. I guess it's just because it was a lot of new Pokemon, and with Black and White, like, it was basically just the new Pokemon for the most part. Platinum is my favorite Pokemon game. There's definitely some bias in there because it was my first, but I love that game so much. Let's heck and go. Give me a giraffe, man. Where are they? Where did they go? I also don't like the spot for the outbreak. It's kind of painful. I don't know why. I expected a corner to be nicer, but no, not really. So I kind of run into everything. Favorite shiny pseudo Pokemon? Probably the Gumi line. It has a really cool shiny. I think it looks really good. There's something about it. Yeah, with more time to think about it, I still think it's Goomy. The fact that I like immediately knew though. Catherine, how many shiny? What do you mean how many shinies? How many shinies do I have? I think it's in the quad digits by now. That's really weird. That is very, very weird. I will say. I don't know. I lost track again. So I once again need to count all my shinies at some point. I only count the ones that I know for a fact I caught. It has to be with one of my trainer IDs and names. Why is it always Sandile? I always run into it. One future Paradox form that has a good shiny in your opinion. Ooh, there was one that I really like and I don't remember which one it was. I need to, my brain is so empty and guys, I legitimately can't visualize things. I'm just not able to visualize things at all. So this makes it really, really difficult. Why am I forgetting the name? Iron Thorns? Is that the Tyranitar one? I think that one looks really good. Pretty much, yeah. How many shinies? Yes. I've got a lot. I actually want to make, and honestly, this could be like a dedicated video, but I think that it wouldn't be, I don't know. Maybe it'll be like a members only video because I need more members only videos before I actually start up memberships. Because I don't want to have like, oh, if you become a member, you'll get emotes and also exclusive videos. But the videos aren't out yet. But I would like to make a whole video discovering how many shinies I have and from which games and comparing how many shinies I've gotten in each. 99% chance, actually no, it's guaranteed. Scarlet and Violet is more. But what I'm curious about is it more than everything else combined? Wait, Shiny Witch? What Pokemon? Like, I think that I think it was misspelled. Is it Komao? Is it that one? Or is it a different Pokemon? But I'm hyped that you have the plush. I'm very hyped about that. That was the last run for the Chef Catherine plush. Chef Catherine is currently on break, at least. Because I rent, and I don't want to be obnoxiously loud. Like, yeah, full disclosure. Okay, Komao. To answer that, I think I actually really like it. I'm not a fan of the yellow, but there's something about it that's kind of endearing. And I think the Jangmo-Oh's like heart-shaped scale on its head is so cute. So cute with the pig. If you could erase a generation of games for gameplay reasons. Oh no. Oh, this, no. I did see someone say Gen 8 and I felt like that at first. But okay, so this might be controversial because I actually really like this generation, but I'm gonna say if we had, no, I can't say it. I can't do that based on the I can't. People have already said it. Actually, wait, no, I didn't even take into account. I didn't even take into account Gen 6. I'm gonna say Gen 6. The one that I was in pain about was Gen 7. But yeah, I don't know. Gen 7 is just an improved version of Gen 6 to me. And so Gen 6, I love the Pokemon. We are solely talking about for gameplay reasons. And I will say that to me, that is the one that I felt like didn't have a heck ton of features. It had a lot of really good features, but I'd like to see more. I'll quote you on every— No! No, don't do it. Oh, I hate this for me. Why? Okay. I am having the worst luck. I think, like, we're gonna make another sandwich. And for the sake of shiny luck, I think let's find out if it's in chipmunk mode or if it actually works. How we doing? How we doing, chat? How is it going? Why are we like this? It's not chipmunk. It is working, which is impressive because last time the way that I had to fix it was just unplugging it again, and I just don't like doing that. And I haven't done that this time, but it's working. It might just randomly turn to chipmunk mode at some point though, so be aware. I don't know if I'm gonna give it a yippee. I don't know if this is a yippee moment. I'm just like, I'm drowning over here. Where's my shiny? Like, is it saving the shiny luck for worlds or? Shiny sounds like GLaDOS now. Nah, I could never. That's like people saying that I sound like Jade in animations. Like, when I was not very established on YouTube, I got like a dozen people who were like that, and I'm like, no. I think it was like one specific clip where the way that I spoke sounded similar, but even then, it's just like, no. Favorite shiny evolution? Sylveon. Sylveon is so... I love Sylveon. Well, yeah. Okay, we specified shiny evolution. And I've literally got one in my party. But I don't, dude. It's such a, like, I don't know. I don't know if we have that similar voice. And it's sunset. Which I don't know how to feel, but I guess it's not gonna impact it a lot because I feel like the shiny is pretty noticeable. Especially because it's a massive Pokemon. Oh yeah, what I was saying about, now that you mention it. So, PM7's video, the second shiny hunting challenge, the Johto one. Despite me not having my reactions in them at all, and like my mic having problems the whole time, I think that like one of my encounters was like the first frame of the video. Which, like, thank you, John. Very nice of you to include me despite me not having any reactions in there due to technical issues and a little bit of stupidity. And dude, the double Wurmple encounter. Absolutely insane. Exactly. That's exactly. Like, some people will be like, you sound just like Jaden. And then other people are like, you don't sound like her at all. And I'm absolutely on that side. I am very much flattered, though, by the people who say that I sound like her. I think that she has a nice voice. But like, I'm just me. Though people do like to compare other people to one another. Like, that's just a thing that people do. And I feel like that, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the time that can be pretty harmful. What is your favorite Gen 5 shiny? Oh, that's a very good question. I don't even know what my answer was, because we did a whole stream where we were figuring out my favorite shinies from like each generation, from each type, and then like my favorite shiny ever. I can't remember what my favorite was that I put there. I really can't. It might be Zorua, because Zorua is really cool. But there are some pretty good ones in there. For some reason, Meloetta keeps coming to mind. Even though it's not like a big difference, I really like it. Do you watch the Sun and Moon anime? I'm gonna be so real with you. So, I grew up with like, I had a couple DVDs. It was basically all my Pokemon like anime and movie stuff. It was entirely DVDs. And we had Netflix, but I think that was during the time when I was like very focused on dance, that like that's all I was doing. So I wasn't really watching it. So I've never watched the Sun and Moon one. I haven't watched a lot of the newer ones, but I'd like to. It's one of those things though where I shiny hunt all the time. So I like to have background noise. But for things where I've like never watched it before, I don't want to watch it while I'm shiny hunting, because then I don't really get to watch it, really, necessarily. Thoughts on live action Stitch? There's a lot of people are complaining a lot. And here's the thing. I don't like it, but I think that the comparison of it being like Disney's Sonic movie equivalent, that whole thing, I think that's inaccurate, because the first Sonic design was rough. I would not call this rough. I would just say that it's, I feel like the like characteristics need to be accentuated. There are specific things that need to be accentuated, like the ear shape and whatnot, so that it doesn't look as plain. I'm not sure. Any surprise game trailers you hope for at Worlds? I mean, Mystery Dungeon, but that's just not gonna happen. Let's be real here. I'm just gonna be like super realistic about this in, I guess, my expectations for it. So usually, the announcements that they have at Worlds are related to competitive. So it doesn't make sense for a spin-off game unless it's battle related. I don't know if we'll be getting any Legends ZA stuff, because like we haven't even gotten gameplay footage. So for something where it's mostly talking about the competitive aspect of Pokemon, the battling, how are we supposed to do that with a game that we don't have gameplay footage for yet? So I think that the way that I'm doing things right now, I think I just have like no expectations. It's just we'll wait and see what happens. But I'm hyped to be able to be there in person. That's gonna be really cool, because I always watch the closing ceremony. I'm hyped to guess where Worlds is gonna be next year. See what everyone else guesses, see who gets things right. Hopefully it's me. Nah, I'm hoping for I'm hoping for Canada. I feel like they've gone to Canada once. So they could do it again. I don't think that they'll go to the same place twice, though. There are some places where they have done that, but I feel like those places, it's justified. I just don't know if Vancouver is justified. Wait, what happened to your voice? The people yearn for the Autotune. So, honestly, let's say if I also go to Worlds a year from now, whether it's as a creator or a spectator or whatever, if I end up going, I would want it to be either close to me or like really, really far away. No in between. Because I don't usually travel. I am pretty afraid of traveling, but my travel anxiety, my love for Pokemon kind of overrides it to an extent. I mean, for instance, when I got to play the Indigo Disc, there was a special early access event in New York City. And I was invited like 6 days before. And this was going to be my first time traveling alone. First time traveling to New York City. It was a lot of firsts. I was incredibly nervous. But I got to play the Indigo Disc early. So in my head, when I was first invited, I was like, this is gonna be worth it. It's fine. I'm very nervous. But like, I wanna go. It's Pokemon. So I made it work. I'll be real with you. I ended up not doing a whole lot outside of that early access. I did have another like full day in New York just because the other option was like a 20-hour layover and I just don't want to deal with that. But all I really ended up doing was like staying in the hotel, and then eventually I did go adventuring over to the Nintendo store because of course I would. I'd wanted to go. I've wanted to go since I was really little, like 7 years old. And I thought it was a Pokemon Center, but it wasn't at the time, actually. I had been like asking my parents if for my 8th birthday I could go to New York City, and they were like, "You're 7. You wouldn't enjoy that." So, you know, that's just how it be. That is correct. Though you wouldn't pronounce bread in French, you wouldn't pronounce it pain. Also, one second, I want to focus, so I'm gonna turn off the auto-tune for a second while I'm rambling, and also change my settings so that I don't have to hear myself in the mic. Hold up. Yeah, sorry. The auto-tune was kind of distracting me. And also on that note, it's been over 10 minutes on this sandwich. Still no shiny. To be fair, okay, this is with the context of it's Scarlet and Violet and I'm using a sandwich. I need to kind of chill with my expectations for a shiny. But yeah, I had been wanting to go to the Pokemon Center. Little did I know. For some reason I knew about the Pokemon Center in New York City, but I didn't know that it had closed. Like, maybe 2 years prior to this, something like that. I don't know how that happened, but that's really funny. But it's nice that I got to go to the Nintendo store, and there's a little Pokemon Center part as well. Yeah, the auto-tune equals shiny just didn't work. No dice. I'm curious to see. I have never gotten a shiny on a plane. I don't want my first one to be from the event outbreaks, though. I don't want it to be boosted like that. If it's a sandwich, that's fine by me, but 1 in 200 chance, I don't know. And yeah, the door handles to the Nintendo store are still the Pokeballs. So you still have remnants of the Pokemon Center. How do you come up with the nicknames for your shiny Pokemon? It's really difficult, to be honest. So I don't nickname them a whole lot. Like, my Latias still doesn't have a name, but I think it's gonna be Synchro. My brother got me a Litwick plush keychain from that store. That's nice. Dude, I can't even... What did I get any plushies while I was there? I don't think I got any plushies while I was there. That's actually crazy. Wait, no, I did! Okay, hold on. I got the Statue of Liberty Pikachu. I got Lady Liberty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ended up getting 4 things from the Nintendo store. I got a t-shirt, a hoodie, a figurine, and then the Pikachu. I think that's what I got. Easiest shiny Pokemon to make out of clay. Voltorb. if we're talking like logically, Voltorb. Or Ditto, because it can be anything. Will you hunt Gimmighoul? Yeah, probably. Probably not during Worlds, because, I mean, there's gonna be so much more stuff to do. I'm definitely gonna be getting some shiny hunting in, though. I mean, for instance, Quick Panic is hosting a little unofficial event. An 8192 challenge where everyone's gonna be playing on games where the odds are 1 in 8,192 for an hour, and seeing if we can hit 8,192 encounters and see how many shinies we can get along the way. And I have no doubt we're gonna knock this out of the park. We're gonna go over odds. Should I go for Inkay or Spinarak? My bias is saying Spinarak. I love it shiny. But if you want to go for something that you can really see, then go for Inkay. Do you guys remember what happened with Inkay in this game when the Indigo Disc first came out? Like, they patched it pretty quickly, which is good to see. But it was pretty funny. Basically, if you leveled up Inkay at a level where it doesn't evolve, I think it was pretty specific. But if you leveled it up using like a rare candy or something, the button inputs would just stop working. So you would just have to quit the game. You basically soft block yourself. But to be fair, it's very specific because you can't really like. Most people who got the Indigo Disc probably finished the main story of the base game. So the level of the Pokemon would be pretty high. It would be above the level that Inkay evolves at. So I actually tried to do this glitch myself. And I did it, but I had to get an Inkay. I had to get an Inkay egg and then hatch it and then level it up. So it's a very oddly specific thing. But someone was going to have the specific requirements for that, you know? Someone was gonna end up doing those exact things, getting an Inkay below the level that it evolves, and leveling it up using an item. Favorite Gen 4 shiny? Well, my favorite shiny is Giratina. But if we're going to take Giratina out of it, then I would say Cresselia. And favorite Hisui shiny is Hisui and Zorua. I think it's very pretty. Though Hisui and Zoroark is really cool as well. And I really like purple. I went and got my nails done yesterday, and the person doing my nails was like, wow, I never would have guessed that you would pick this color. Like, totally sarcastic, of course. I chose purple. I was wearing, I kid you not, I was wearing purple pants, and I had purple hair. So, like, of course I was gonna go with purple. It would be surprising if I didn't. I would show off the nails online, but my nails are actually really short. It's kind of silly looking. I totally got shinoed because of this dude. And the Farigiraf next to it. I was like, wait, what is happening there? What in the world are you on, dude? Trade out shinies as NFTs. Uh-huh. Listen, I hate to clown on you, but what in tarnation? I hate to what in tarnation you, but it had to be done. Favorite Gen 7 shiny? Ooh. Dude, I can't be answering all of them. I can't answer every gen right now because I can't remember exactly what my favorite is. I did a whole, like, almost tier list sort of thing. Like a 2-hour-long stream. Trying to figure that out. Well, thank you, Sky Prince. That's really nice to hear. The heck. You guys are really wholesome. Hunting the 1% SOS Salamence at 1,207 total calls with 3 phases. I take it you don't mean 7 Salamence so far? Because that implies that you got the 1% 7 times. But no, I get it. I need to continue the Dustox hunt. I haven't done it in a while. I got the shiny Hoot Hoot in like 436 encounters, and then I was like, well, there we go. It's kind of demotivating because I have one DS that has a capture card. I have a 3DS with a capture card, and the other ones I just have to point a camera at, which is pretty scuffed, and my whole setup makes it even more scuffed. So it's a little demotivating. Guys, no need to repeat questions over and over again until I answer. It's not the way to do things. At that point, I just probably won't answer them. It does count as spam, but I'll let you off the hook this time. Dude, I want to get a Screamtail plush. I gotta get a Screamtail plush at some point. Maybe I'll get it at Worlds. But it depends. I gotta not go too insane. I don't want my wallet to implode. Yeah, also, let's be real about the NFTs. They're still a thing. People still do them. That's kind of silly. I don't know, like... I don't know, man. It's kind of a little bit smoother brain than mine. I gotta figure out what Pokemon I'm gonna hunt for on the plane. Maybe it'll just be Farigiraf. But maybe I'll get a Wooper. I'll get a Wooper in the air. Hello, Tauros. Don't go after me, please, and thank you. Dude. I need a shiny. Listen. The giraffes have been unsuccessful. Let's go do the event outbreaks again. I need I need some shinies. I yearn for the shinies. Imagine a life-size Farigiraf. I want a plushie of that, dude. That would never happen. Not actual accurate size, but maybe a jumbo one. Because that's entirely possible. How long did it take you to finish the Pokédex? Well, the answer is simple. I did not. Well, okay. I finished the base game Pokédex. I finished the Paldea one because I do have the shiny charm. And honestly, it didn't take too long because I'm pretty sure I waited until Pokemon Home was out. Like, until it was updated. Okay, so we already got Comfey. I don't know how to pronounce it, by the way, so apologies if that was a stupid pronunciation. Yeah, let's go for Wattrel. It's right there. Yippee! Imagine a life-sized Wailord. Yeah, they couldn't even do that. They made a jumbo Wailord plushie. Well, it's not... It's pretty jumbo, but not for a Wailord. And we go up. We go zooming like an airplane that I will go on. I get to go on a plane. I don't like flying in airplanes. They freak me out. A little bit. Not a whole ton. Like, dude, I was worried that I was gonna have like a panic attack. Or I guess it would be an anxiety attack. Like on the trip to New York. But no, I heckin' lived. I was like looking up so much stuff in advance to be like, okay, here's how to avoid that. Here's how to avoid having a heckin' panic attack on a plane. And it was like, oh, eat sour candy. It's distracting. But I don't like sour candy. So, like, I can't handle really sour stuff. So I just got Sour Patch Kids, which is like, that's gotta be like the most tame sour candy you can get. If I got sour Skittles, I probably would have died. I don't know what, like, why are sour Skittles like that? They're like evil. I don't know what it is about them. Like, I know that they're supposed to be sour. But like, they're Skittles, man. I'm more of a, like, okay, I'm bland as heck and incredibly picky. So, sour and spicy, I just can't. I'm more of a... I prefer more savory things, you know? I think that's the word. That's the thing, they start eating you back. They're like, they're evil. Exactly, they hurt your tongue. So, I mean, that would be distracting, but that would just be a bad experience. So anyways, I got these Sour Patch Kids, and I ended up not even opening the package until after the entire trip was over. I was like, oh yeah, I still have these. So, you know, I feel like that's an achievement. I'm quite proud of myself for that. Didn't have the sour candy because I didn't need it. Because I was fine. Even in, like, turbulence. Living my best life. But yeah, fun stuff. So I don't really like travel, but like after the fact, it's really nice. And I guess like once you're actually done with traveling to get there, the destination is it's so nice. It's one of those things where the journey, not a fan of. Shiny hunting, on the other hand, it's the other way around for me. I like the journey most of the time. There are some. And by some, I mean Tandemouse. Where the journey is not fun. And honestly, Dunsparce after, like, maybe 200 of them. Yeah, finishing up the Pokédex, if you play through the game without being like, I'm gonna catch every Pokemon on every route along the way, then it's tough. Plus all the like trade exclusive ones. I feel like Scarlet and Violet weren't that bad with it, because if you had Switch Online, you could just do like online raids that had some of the version exclusives like Armor Rouge and Sarah Ledge. You know? So that was nice. I did have both versions though. I mean, I still have them. Dude, even the boosted ones. I'm drowning on the 1 in 200 ones now. What is happening? Why me? You missed a shiny? Oh man, I've never heard that one before. It's entirely possible that I did, but it's like, you know, what can you do at that point? Grieve? I suppose. So, okay, to get Shiny Wooper in Scarlet and Violet, if you're wanting a Paldean one, then you use ground encounter power in that one in this area. You'll only find Wooper, Mudbray, and then occasionally Toadschool, because there's this one tiny little spot where Toadschool can spawn. Really easy way to get Wooper. For Johto Wooper, it depends. If you have the base game, then the one way to do it is through Masuda method, because you can trade a Paldean Wooper for a Johto Wooper from an NPC in the one town that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head. But it is what it is, you know? But if you have the DLC, then just use ground encounter power in some of the areas of Kitakami, and you'll basically only see Wooper and Quagsire, and then occasionally Swinub because it's along the edges. And somehow I always get Swinub. And by always, I mean twice. Let's take an... maybe get a shiny? Like, eventually someday? I think we need to go to Riolu. It'll be more obvious. Like, compared to... I mean, Wattrel is just... Wattrel is Wattrel. Oh, this is not a... this is not a bad spot, actually. Let's go here. But yeah, since it's nearing 2 o'clock and I do need to get stuff done, we're just gonna keep going until we get a shiny. Cascarafa, that's the one. I wasn't sure, if it was Cascarafa or something else, because there's that other town nearby. That the name escapes me. Frames, please. Be kind to me. Thank you. Thank you, Jill. Let's hope for some good shiny luck here. Okay, there isn't one there, but we might be able to work with this. I feel like this area is just really grassy, and the game doesn't like me today. If only it was like right here. You got the event? I, for some reason, still have the Dondozo raid. So, it sounds like you just need to connect to the internet. And if you don't have Switch Online, then you just go to, like, the... I think it's the same area. You go to Pokeportal, Mystery Gift, and then check the news. And then it'll connect to the internet anyways, and you can update it like that. Which is pretty sweet. I'm glad that those events can still people who don't have Switch Online can still participate. Always good to see that. And this is a lot nicer. The frame rate is surviving. Where are they? Okay, I needed to give them time to spawn in. Do we just like... Oh, this is too slanted to start a picnic. I was gonna say it might be a good idea to do picnic resets, but doesn't seem like it. I hope to get at least one shiny, at most 27,491. You know? That's a pretty solid maximum. I vibe with that. Yeah, that fooled me as well. I wasn't gonna say anything about it because I don't know how to pronounce that Pokemon's name. Mienfoo, you know? Because they're also like the same size, man. Got shinoed. It was a shiny, I'm serious. You could be right, you could be wrong. Who's to say? I want to do one picnic reset. Just one. I might do more picnic resets, maybe. Depending on how efficient that is. Let's see. I mean, it's not awful. Honestly, not bad. Do you need the shiny Gimmighoul from raids? So I actually don't. I have Gimmighoul and Golden Go from last year. But it would be nice to get another one. So I might try that, but I'm gonna try that on my own. I'm gonna remind myself not to connect at least this account, at least my Pokemon Scarlet. I gotta make sure not to connect it to the internet after this event is technically over, so that I can keep it. Okay, I like the picnic resets. This is nice. I find it easier to attack all the Pokemon. That's valid. That could be faster potentially, but... And I guess that would slightly raise the odds. But not by much. It's basically, the way that these outbreaks work is that it's a 1 in 200 chance, and if it doesn't get that 1 in 200, then it does a regular roll. So it's based on, like... It'll be the odds. You have, okay, it's like a 199 out of 200 chance that it'll have a like 1 in 512 chance at most. If you have like defeated 60 of them and have the shiny charm and stuff. Probably sandwiches as well. I don't know. No more Autotune. Not for today. Next stream, though, whenever that may be, perhaps a little more. What Pokemon do you want to see get a Mega? Ooh, that's... Oh, that's actually really difficult. This is one that I haven't thought of up until, like, literally just now. Zoroark. I mean, that's what I was saying. Though it's not a 5%, it's 1 in 200. So it's 0.5%. It's 0.5%, and then it does... If it doesn't land that roll, then it's whatever odds you have normally. So if it was full odds, then you have 1 in 200 and then 1 in 4096 on top of that. Favorite Gen 1 shiny. Porygon is really good. So is Eevee. So is Slowbro. So is Lapras. There are a lot of really good ones. So is Butterfree. See, I can't think of a number 1. I did a whole stream where I determined my favorites. I do not remember off the top of my head, except for Giratina won both favorite Pokemon and favorite shiny. I just really like Giratina, and it has such a good shiny form. What's that? No, I got shinoed by a different looking piece of grass. Mega Wooper. I would love to see Mega Wooper. It's just like, realistically, that wouldn't happen because it's not the final stage. I mean, because personally, I actually wanted there to be a Gigantamax Giraffe back in Gen 8. I drew up a design. I wish I had that drawing still, but it was basically, the only thing that changed was that this Giraffe, its tail was now so huge that it like turns around so that the head is also facing, well, like the head on the tail is also facing the same direction as the main head of the Giraffe. It's just like above the front head and they're both facing forward, and it's really strange. I need to like redraw that based on memory. Did you ever play Gen 4? Well, as someone whose favorite generation is Gen 4 and whose favorite Pokemon game is Platinum, no, I haven't. Yeah. Yeah, so in case you couldn't tell, the answer is yes. I have played Gen 4. Cynthia PTSD. Cynthia? Okay. No, actually it was pretty bad. I was about to say it wasn't that bad, but a part of that is because it was my first Pokemon game that I ever played. I remember so well the moment that I beat Cynthia. I was hanging out with a friend and we were screaming. Because we had tried so many times. How about you try shiny hunting for shiny Lycanroc? Honestly, I want to prioritize Pokemon that I don't have as shinies yet, because I want to work on that living dex. And then there are some exceptions to that though, like the Jumbo and Mini Farigiraf, the Wooper in every single generation, 1% Dustox in Platinum, where it's a 1 in 819,200 chance. That is a friend! Let's go! Why? This one is big. Look at how tiny the other guys are. Look at, like, this one's just a baby. Oh my goodness. Look at them go. Massive, massive noggin. Hold up. There's so many thoughts. Don't worry, I will save. I learned the hard way that it has Final Gambit, except I did save beforehand that time too, so it's fine. Let's go! Eevee! He's just a guy. You could catch him in a quick ball. Because that's what we do. Heckin'... Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'll take it. You know, that was pretty good. It tried to perish. Oh, well. Success, I suppose. Let's go grab it again. I love how it chose the same move twice. It was just like, let me perish. He's just so done. Yeah, don't worry. I saved. We're good. I know what you meant, but I love that it auto-corrected. Use a golden goat to prevent it from using that move. Do I have... Okay, hold on. Do I have it? Let me get my golden goat. It's a grass starter. I got my golden goat. See? It's my golden goat. We did it. I'm gonna be real with you. Gliscor is one of the shinies that I don't have. Anyways, we quick balling it, baby. Let's go. Ghost? Are you for real? Pardon? What do you mean you got shiny gimme ghoul? With those odds? Hold up. Ghost, we're talking about this later. I gotta stop stream. I gotta go adventuring and get some more errands done. I gotta prep. Next time you hear from me, we'll either be in a YouTube short or probably like in community posts or Twitter or whatever. But aside from that, you'll probably be hearing from me at Worlds. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna make sure to have an absolute blast. I'll be sure to share as much as possible with you guys. I'm so hyped about this. It's gonna be the heckin' adventure of a lifetime. But yeah, thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.